And yes, good. So we can start. Thank you very much to take the time for taking the time to come and talk a little bit more about international conferences. Um, PM is coming, so we need to have some information and how to prepare for it. This being the main goal of today. Um, do you know the all the international and regional conferences in 1 year, or like overall? Do you have an idea how many we have approximately? Not. I will just put it
Like
here. Yes, Tom.
international conferences, are you counting like activities or just like Europe or Euroexpo
No, no,
and
no.
yeah?
So I have here, yeah, without ITTTs and everything. When I put here the conferences, most like international and regional, and we have Euroco, which is for VPs, LCPs, and MCVPs. Then we have Euroexpro for VPs and LCPs, and also MCVPs. I didn't add it there. It's also MCVPs. Then we have president's meeting, which will be in Slovakia now in 1 week. Which so far we had it only for the MCPs. I've been to one. It was in Georgia in May. So now as a region and like as ISEC decided to have it with LCP Elect as well to boost the commitment, to boost the productivity and also the knowledge for the LCPs, LCP elects. Then we have international president meetings, IPM, which is only for MCP current plus elect. Then we have the international congress, which so far was for MCPs and LCPs, and we had some MCVPs as well. But what is going to happen with IC is that we are not certain right now if the conference will be as well for LCPs or it will be with plus MCVPs, um, or it will be only like for MCPs or MCs. So this is uncertain. I know that the plan last year was not to have LCPs from the beginning, but due to some problems with the number of delegates, we decided to call the LCPs as well to come for IC. Um, yes, and then we have the operational summits. This is happening regionally, and it's for LCVPs and NCPs. And the LCPs can go there only if they will be proxy for someone else. This is the list of the conferences, like the big ones. When it comes to other conferences, of course, we have like ITTTs. We used to have CEC, if you remember. I don't know if you remember about CEC or if you know about it. Do you know something about it? Um,
Yes,
take
like it was for Czech Republic, Slovakia, and Hungary, I think.
Yes, exactly. So we had a space with Slovakia and Hungary in which we were gathering together, delivering some knowledge. We had, for example, common agenda for all the entities at the same time. Then we had agenda for each entity separately. But after a while, it was the idea of how to make exchanges together became the main point of the conference, which at the end of the day we couldn't realize so many exchanges together. And this year we had a discussion if we should have it or we should have conferences separately. So as you know, the decision was not to have it and have the conferences separately, which led to having Connect. So that's what happened with CC. In case you were wondering, when it comes to the timeline, I prepared here for you. Regional presidents meeting will happen now next week in Slovakia. When it comes to Operation Summit, will be from 5th to 7th December, and it will happen in Ukraine. IPM, it will happen in Romania from 11th to 18th of February. And then we have Euroexpo happening in Greece from 19 to 20 to 24. Then we have the Operation Summit again, which will happen in May in Serbia. We don't have concrete dates right now. And then we have in June or July, we will see. It will depend on the planning. The IC in Egypt. So these are the list of the conferences. The ones that you can participate is first is the next one. Then is Euroexpo in Greece, and then you have the the IC but we will see if it will be allowed for DLCPs and and like DLCPs to join as well. When it comes to the preparation, I just wanted to ask you before a question is for us to discuss what kind of preparation do you think you will need, for example, for going now to PM in Slovakia. So if you can like share with me some points, what do you think about it? And what kind of preparation you will need? Some ideas?
Okay, so for example, I was thinking about some potential partnerships. So uh, I was looking at the LCP elects. Some of them are already my friends, but some of them are not able to be PM. So, for example, LCPs in Krakow and etc. So I already like texted them if they're going to PM or if not. And if we can like discuss some partnerships on this there. And with those that are not going to PM, I'm going to have individual meetings. So like for me, it was so far mainly about the partnerships and about some because I want to prepare the international transition for my VPs with their VPs. So that's why I want to discuss it as well.
Okay. So you didn't see my screen so far, right? It was not shared. It's okay because I didn't have so many things here. So you can see this is the timeline. Yes, when it comes to the preparation, like what you said, it's totally okay. Some other opinions, Kuba, Elishka, if you cannot talk, it's okay. Tomasz joined us. Some other opinions about preparation? Nope. Okay. Good. Can you hear me? Say something if you can hear me.
Yes.
Good. When it comes like from experience and going to international conferences, what can I say about the preparation? Is based on these three things, which is from the LC level, LC history, the past three to five terms. It really depends what kind of information, what kind of data do you have about your LC in this period of time. If you have relevant data from 5 years, I would advise you to have an LC history over the past 5 years. How was the LC when it comes to exchange, when it comes to HR and the performance and IR if you had partners back in the time. Then the current reality in all the departments. So now you are LCP elect, which means that you already got through this kind of phase, like having a research about all the departments, the current reality, and so on and so forth. So yeah, I would advise you if you don't have now the knowledge about everything, have a talk with your LCVPs and get the knowledge of the current reality in all the departments, what is happening. So for you to put everything together in a bigger perspective of the LC. Then the external reality of the city. What I'm saying, why I'm saying that, because from the experience when I was going to international conferences, people were asking a lot. For example, when I was LCP going to IC, I had a lot of questions about, so how big is your LC? How many exchanges do you have? How many members do you have? And how is this related to the external reality of the city when it comes to number of students in the city, number of inhabitants, and so on and so forth. So there might be questions, and people will be interested and curious to find out how big, for example, the city is, how are the people there, the current reality when it comes like inhabitants and so on and so forth. So it's good to have this kind of knowledge as well. When it comes to the fourth point is the LC vision. Of course, you applied with something, you got elected based on your vision, you need to master it. When I say master it, I'm not referring to I will tell you the vision like the statement, and I will make you understand what is going to happen the next year. Here you need to have a deeper understanding of what I want to achieve for the next year, how many exchanges I want to deliver, what would be my direction, what would be my action steps to 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 reach the direction and the vision. Like for sure, you don't have now all the action steps because this should be created together with the EB as well. But yeah, you need to have at least an idea of how can I get my direction done and this kind of stuff. And yeah, this is pretty much it about the LC. When it comes to the entity, because you're going to be 46 entities, maybe less, 43 entities there, and of course you need to have information about our entity. So I would look into the entity history in the past 3 to 5 terms. Again, when it comes to the number of exchanges we had so far, how many people we had in the entity, and what led to that kind of like growth or drop. So that's about the entity history. I can help you with that. If you don't know where to find some information, I would advise you like to check Expa, and if you need more information that you cannot get from your LCP, just approach me and I will send you a couple of points about each term in the past 4 to 5 years. So I can cover that with you. You just need to send me a message that oh, I need this and this, so I can send it to you. When it comes to the current vision and the reality, of course, what are we striving for this year? What is that thing that drives us and put us together for this year towards our plans and goals? And yeah, basically to be aware of this year's reality and vision. I don't think you should have a problem. You've been through the selection process. You've been through a webinar about things, and of course you are working towards our vision. So you should know. But as well, you need to master it. If you still need information about it, you can get in touch with me, and we can cover all the points and all the gaps we might have. And then the trends in the entity, when it comes to, for example, coaching, how is it happening in our entity? What kind of other products we have, like You Speak Forum, career days. What are we working on right now? Like host families and this kind of stuff that we are working a lot to, like being faster, being better, like increasing conversion rates and process time. So all the trends that we have now, that we are working with and they're shaping our organization. Like make sure you are aware, because people now you need to expect, this is kind of an expectation setting, that the stats that are right now in region is that the Czech Republic is growing, and we are among the top performers now in Europe and globally so far. And people will be very curious, and they will come to you asking a lot of questions. This happened to me as well in Euroko when I had an LCP. I never knew. He came to me asking about the vision and everything, which I was shocked. Like, how do you know that? So you might have a lot of people coming and asking, like being curious about what is happening, and we need to demonstrate that we know our shit. So that's why we need to have this kind of information all the time with us and to be aware of everything what is happening. This is about the entity as well. I can help you with that. Then when it comes to the global perspective, for sure the regional plan. Um, I will share it to you once again if you still don't have it or you don't know it, because it's a regional conference. So the regional plan will be emphasized a lot during the conference. What are the targets for the region? What are we aiming for? How we are going to reach there, to reach that point, and so on and so forth. So make sure that you know the regional plan, and everything should be okay. Then the global plan, the direction and the roadmap. It's exactly what we were discussing last webinar. I showed you the global direction, those like 5 points, where the first in the middle, like the middle one, is missing, and the roadmap. What is the roadmap about for this year, and what are the projects that we're piloting as an entity, and what is the state of the foundational project? Um, for this, I can share you as well with you as well, a tracker, as we were discussing last time about like how the foundation projects are progressing. Now, taking into consideration we are already like 3 months into the term, the progress is not huge. It's like around 30-40%, but it's there for you to know and understand the current state. And then we have essence, deeper understanding. Of course, as an LCP, we need to master our essence, and it's understandable. So for you, if you don't know, you should be very good with ESL. Just read again some materials, approach me, and we can cover the gaps if you have. And now the last thing is current reality. Here, when it comes to the current reality globally, it's not only about what is the AI direction and what are the people in AI, what are the people in the regional office and this kind of stuff, but also take a look into the performing entities. What are the entities that are performing right now? I can share with you a tool. I will share everything today after the webinar or tomorrow morning, where you can see all the entities, which are the top performers, which are the top droppers in Europe and also globally at this point. So you would not have a problem with that as well. Yeah, this is pretty much what kind of preparation you need for going for international conference. Now for the upcoming week, for the people who are coming, I would advise you to take a look at it tomorrow as well. I will send you the PPT and get to the points and see which one you lack, if you lack something, and get this information to make sure that we go there fully prepared. All cool?
Yes.
Good. Do you have some questions about preparation? Every single, like any kind of question. If you need something, if you have questions or doubts.
I guess not. Maybe like if we should like know a little bit about LC's history, division and stuff, is it like more for the networking or is it just for like the exact sessions like that we're gonna share something or so?
Can you repeat after the regional? You said something about the regional
Yes.
history.
No. I was just thinking how exactly are we gonna use it? If it's just more about the networking, like the LC's history, the vision that I have, and the entities vision, or is it for some like specific sessions that we're gonna use it?
There will be, yes, I understood. So first, there is like half. It's also because you are going to network a lot. So it's good to master everything and to show that we know everything.
Yes.
And the second one is that, for example, we'll have a block about global planning and regional planning, where we'll be there, and it's about like at least knowing something when you go to a session about global and regional planning. Like to be able to contribute somehow if there will be a working space or it will be only like a presentation and people will be asking questions, to at least have the knowledge so we will not feel lost during the session.
Yes.
Because it's good when you already have some knowledge, and when you go to a session you are able to understand faster and deeper.
Yes, I got it. I was just like thinking if we're gonna work with it during the
Yeah.
sessions.
Have you seen the agenda? Have you had
Yes.
time to look into the agenda?
Yes, but like the sections are like nice. It's got a nice name, but something like behind it. Maybe I cannot define
Yeah,
what it does.
exactly. I'm also having, like, I think Tuesday and Wednesday I will spend 2 days to fill the preparation for PM. I have a huge block of preparation. Everything is, I need to fill a lot of tools. So that's my
Okay.
preparation, and this is your preparation. Good. Yeah. Then homework. Um, Before starting the conference, like we will have a pre-meeting. I wanted to have it like during this space, not pre-meetings, like talking more about like behaviors, how can we represent, and this kind of stuff. Taking into consideration that now we are only like 4 people. I think 4 people. We're now three. 3 people. There is no point to get to how can we represent and set the expectations in this kind of stuff. We will have this space before starting the conference. We should arrive to the venue around 10:30, and we start at 1:30, and we want to have like at least 30 minutes of pre-meeting to see how can we like take the most out of it, what kind of behaviors we should show, and this kind of stuff. But for now, a homework for you, what I would like you to look into before the conference, and it's something that we are going to revise in the pre-meeting, is take a look at the state of Europe right now and pick at least 3 LCs from Europe that you would like to like cooperate or at least have a discussion during the conference. And you can take a look more into that. It's even you not only like take a look at an LC, and I would like to talk and ask questions about IGV, for example, or OGV, but you can go much deeper. For example, I will pick an LC, and I will have a lunch with that LCP during the conference, and we are going to come up with something to collaborate and to keep ourselves accountable during the year. Because it's very nice to have an LC outside of our entity that you talk, for example, monthly, and you keep yourselves accountable when it comes to your plans, when it comes to your to operations, and you ask questions and advices all the time. And this is for you because, like honestly, in the BOP, you have when you have your struggles and you have your like not funny moments, like struggles and happy moments, there is no other person that can understand you better than another like LCP or another member of the BOP. So it's very good to have also someone outside of the entity that you can like cooperate and like share stories and keep this accountability to the plan. So this is a part of your homework. Come up with 3 LCs that you would like to approach during PM and have a discussion of what is your plan, how are you planning to grow, and how can we like collaborate and this kind of stuff. Cool? Can we do that?
Yes.
Yes. Good. Then, if there are questions, please feel free to ask. #representation. We're going there to be loud, to be visible, and to show that we can do a lot of things, and people can count on us, and we can count on people there when it comes to like collaboration and helping other entities. And I think this is one of my personal ambitions. One of the personal ambitions for this year is to put ISEC Czech Republic back on the map of the ISEC globally, and representing the entity internally is one of the things that we can that can influence this target. So yeah, that was everything from my side when it comes to like presentation. Now, do you have any questions? We have two people here now, Tom and Elishka. Do you have any questions or unclarities or something about PM that you would like to find out?
No, I don't think so from my side.
Do you feel prepared?
Well, I've already written like 5 LCs that I want to have cooperation with.
Amazing.
So, like, we shall see. Like, for me, like, 3 is not enough.
Yes, I know. I said at least 3.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, you can have.
I need more.
Yeah, like
Okay.
on another note, when you like write down this, make sure you have a clear idea of what do I want from this. You know.
Yes, I got it already. Yes.
Good boy.
Like, basically, it's coming from my like application preparation. So, like,
Good boy.
unless I feel normal. Okay.
Good. Okay then. If there are no questions, that was all from my side. Thank you for taking 30 minutes. As I promised you, will not last more than 30-40 minutes, and I said that Paya joined us exactly when we were about to close it.
Hey, Guy.
We were just about to close the webinar. I recorded it. I will send the recording and I will send the PPT on Slack as the last time. Cool?
Cool.
Okay.
Amazing. Then I wish you an amazing evening. Thank you, Paya, for taking time and joining us. And
How was the elections?
yeah. So enjoy your evening, and Elishka, get better. We will need you next week. Wish you all the best, and have some rest. Good people, and I will let you know tomorrow about the webinar with Zaman about like data and expa and everything. So tomorrow, I think around this time as well, I need to check with him one more time, and I will let you know on Slack tomorrow. Cool.
Like a pool.
Like a pool. Thanks again and enjoy your evening.
Thank you. Bye.